Two immediate relatives of a Missouri woman who has tested positive for coronavirus broke the quarantine her family had been placed under to attend a school dance. Yeah, hope it was worth it. I've been to some school dances, most of them aren't fun. Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Do you notice something different? The background is different. Changing up a couple things. I noticed some of y'all don't like my little blinking lights. That's okay. That's alright. That's alright with me. I didn't like them much either. Today on my channel, we are looking at some entitled Karens. The pandemic has brought on a lot of really terrible things. A lot of people have died, a lot of people have gotten sick, a lot of people have lost loved ones. But one thing the pandemic has also brought us is the ability to identify Karens. I wonder like what we did before there was like the term Karen, you know, like, cause I remember coming into contact with very entitled women in the past, very entitled, rude women, but there was no name for them, you know, you were just kind of like, but now there is. Now there's a name, and their name is Karen. Karen. Today we are looking at some entitled Karens that have come out of the woodwork during the pandemic. I don't know what it is about the pandemic, but it seems that people are a little entitled. They're using it as an excuse for a lot of things. With that being said, let's look at some entitled Karens. During this pandemic, only people with kids should be able to watch any streaming service, and nothing for the people who are alone and single. Families need Netflix or Disney Plus more. It's annoying to see a grown single adult sharing what they are watching on Disney Plus when that streaming service was made only for kids. Bruh. Is this real? This can't be real. People don't think like this, do they? I'm crying. I don't know why. I'm tearing up. I'm sad for humanity. I have 3 little ones at home and another on the way. We deserve this service over single and alones with no kids. Listen, lady, you do whatever you're gonna do over there, and I'm gonna do whatever I do over here. I'm not sure why a streaming service is something that you feel entitled to. I spat everywhere. An entire streaming service is not something that you are entitled to. This is a record-breaking Karen. 8 out of 10 Karen. Dear Karen, no, best UPSM. Dear UPS man, after putting on a mask and gloves, carefully remove contents of packages, discard shipping and packing material, disinfect contents with an FDA-approved disinfectant for at least 30 seconds, leave at door, do not touch door, leave area. How about you do that? You do it. Getting packages is probably one of the safest ways of, you know, even shopping during a pandemic. But they're not gonna do this for you, lady. What, you think you're paying this guy? I would like tape a 20 to that and then maybe he'll do it. Hi, Sarah. Unfortunately, with everything going on with COVID-19, I've decided to temporarily close my doors and self-isolate to keep myself and my husband safe and healthy. You currently have an appointment set for next Thursday at 11 a.m. and we will have to reschedule that. I'm currently moving appointments to the beginning of April. Are there any days that work for you? Again, I'm so sorry if there's any inconvenience, but the safety and health of my family and myself come first, and with all of this, it's just not worth the risk. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Wow, really? It's only a flu. I would appreciate if I could keep my appointment next week. Plus, it's only killing old people. Stop overreacting. I'm sorry, but I will not be keeping appointments for at least the next 2 weeks. And I'm sorry you feel that way, but seeing how bad things are getting in other places is a concern. And my husband has a compromised immune system, so he is at higher risk. This, unfortunately, isn't something that I will negotiate or make special requests for. My business is closed for the next 2 weeks. When would you like to come in? Exactly, in other places, not here. Do you realize how much you're effing things up for me? I planned and saved my hard-earned money to get this done. The governor hasn't even said anything about businesses closing, yet you decide to take matters into your own hands. You know what? F you. Everyone around town is gonna know how much of a piece of poop you are. I'm gonna call the board of businesses on your butt. Karma is a bitch. Oh, and one more thing. I hope you and your husband get this virus and effing die. Holy cannoli. This is for a haircut? Oh, hell no. 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 Man, I swear, some people really need a kick in the butt, don't they? Everyone's too afraid of getting charged with assault. People do need a real kick in the pants once in a while, don't they? Nice little smack of the butt. Teens start free no-contact delivery service for the elderly during the pandemic. The two high school sophomores designed a no-contact delivery service. Senior citizens email their grocery list and are connected with volunteer teenager living by. Wow, that is so nice. Amazing. Being the neighbors they'd want to have, good for them. I would be even more impressed if the cost of the groceries was taken care of and there was no need for cash or check to be picked up. So they're gonna go pick up your groceries for you and you want them to pay for your groceries as well. Sounds a little entitled to me. Just saying. We are pleased to share that more than 20,000 of 60,000 registrants have now submitted their applications and are under review. We remain committed to helping as many restaurant workers as possible and are fundraising to assist more individuals in the future. Please cancel those 60,000 applicants and do resubmission from the scratch. From the scratch? Because I know that 85 to 90% of those 60,000 people don't need money. They're single, most of them are bartenders and servers, and they have good money. Listen, man, I feel really sorry for people with families during this pandemic, especially people who had a job like a server or a bartender or something like that, where that was completely screwed over. But I mean, just because you're single, that doesn't mean that you don't need help during this pandemic if you lose your job. In fact, if you're single, then you're paying probably most of your rent yourself unless you have a roommate. The good thing about being in a relationship is if you live together, you split the cost of living. Everybody's got problems, Karen, not just you. Super crowded even during a crisis. Well, maybe that's justifiable. Had a membership last year that I paid $60 for and only used once. I couldn't talk my mother into going near a Costco to buy items, so my second membership went to waste. I only needed a birthday cake, just a $19 cake. So in true Alicia fashion, I had to sneak in with a bunch of not so sure millennials, like everyone else does. Anyways, I placed my order for the cake, ran to the register, found the shortest line, and asked the guy in front of me to let me get the gift card. He agreed. Then I pulled out my credit card to pay, only to find out they take debit cards and not credit cards. I only had like 20 bucks on me, and I didn't think fast enough to just grab the 20 card. So here I am running through Costco again to the ATM, and then realize, how do I have my other Chase debit card? Double back, got to the register, only to find the dude ratted me out and said we were not together. He should have been happy as hell that I was pretending to be his girlfriend even for 10 minutes. I swear, I hope he's reading this and karma comes back to bite him. Not so much a 1 star for Costco as much as today's experience that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. Too bad I ran past the wine. Alicia, not Alice, Kay? Can you imagine giving a store or a restaurant 1 star because of a bad experience you had with a person? Like, not even an employee?
I hate this place. I had a bad experience. Not because of Costco or its employees, but because someone was mean to me.
So to everyone saying you don't need your nails done, remember that this is what happens when you don't get your acrylic nails redone every few weeks and they grow out. They break off and rip your nail off at the bed. My fingers hurt, my nails feel like shit, and in bleeding. So yes, I did need to get my nails done. And someone responds, it costs $0 to Google how to remove acrylic nails at home. Yeah, you didn't need to get your nails done. Girl, I've been there. When they're super grown out, they get caught on things. But you can take them off with acetone. It's pretty easy. Might not look very nice, but you don't need to get your nails done. How about a payment for the stay-at-home parents doing the homeschooling? Definitely appreciated all the teachers that do. You want to be paid to look after your own children. Seriously, you are already being paid Centrelink to sit at home and do nothing. How about you be a parent and do the right thing for your children? It's not homeschool. The teachers are still doing all the prep work and delivery. Oh man. Listen, I don't have kids. I can imagine that having to teach them things during a pandemic and having to homeschool them is probably a huge pain in the ass. But don't parents also help with homework on a, like, you know, in a regular circumstance anyway? Isn't that just something that parents do? Help with homework? I'm just saying. Again, I'm not a parent. I don't know what it's like, so I can't really be like, oh, this is entitled, but this sounds a little entitled. It's okay to be upset about having to homeschool your kids, but don't expect to be paid. She also told me to call the head of the CDC at home to tell him she's a virologist and knows she doesn't have the virus, and he should order the hospital to release her. Holy shit. Well, why not call the freaking prime minister while you're at it? Get President DJT on the phone. Alright guys, that was Entitled Karens Part 2. Did you enjoy it? Do you want a Part 3? I know you do. Everybody loves Karens. Loves to hate Karens. I really hope I don't become a Karen one day.